Okay, another important skill that you should have maintained from last year, or from year 9, is to determine an equation from a graph. Now, there'll be generally two scenarios. One, they will give you a coordinate and a y-intercept, or they will give you two coordinates, and neither of them are the y-intercept. This one is a little bit more complicated than this. This one is straightforward, or should be, because you want to write it in the form of y equals mx plus c, and you should be able to read c straight off that. So in this case, c equals 4. That's how y-intercepts, so it's crossing the y-axis. The other thing we've got to work out is m. Now m, to find m, we're going to use our rise over run. So how far do we run versus how high up do we go? So there's a formula for that. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is basically how high up and down you go. This is how far across you go. So in this case, we're going from 0 to 2. So we'll say, we're going from 6 to 4, or 4 to 6. So 6 minus 4, because I don't want to work with negatives. And then 2 minus 0. That ends up with 2 over 2, so it ends up at 1. So this equation is y equals x plus c, or 1x plus c. We could also look at this and said, we've gone across 2, we've gone up 2, just from our coordinates. So it goes 0 to 2 is 2, 4 to 6 is 2, so that's what we've got there. So we're at y equals 1x plus, c, should be 4. That's how y-intercept. Now, over here, they will either give you coordinates like this. Sorry, they'll give you coordinates either like this on a graph, or they'll just write them down. And they expect you to know. They'll write it as -1 and 11, and also 5 and -1. So they'll tell you, find the equation to that graph. So regardless of what form you're given, you do the same thing. So what we need to do, once again, we need to work out the gradient. So we need to work out the rise over the run. So I'm going to write m, and do it over here. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And for this, to get into this form, we're going to use this equation at the end. Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So that's what we've got there. Now we've got to work out our y1s and our x1s and all that. So 11 minus -1, 11 minus -1 over -1 minus 5. -1 minus 5, and we end up with 12 over -6, so we end up with -2. So that's our gradient. Now that we've got our gradient, what we do is substitute into this here. So I'm going to rewrite this as y minus y1. I said y1 was -1 equals m, which is -2, open brackets, x minus x1, which was -5. So now I'm going to simplify this. Y plus 1 equals -2, x plus 5. Then I'm going to expand my brackets. Y plus 1 equals -2x minus 10. I'm going to bring this one over to the other side. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So I've got y equals 2x minus 11. That doesn't seem right. It's telling me I've got minus 11. I know it can't be minus 11 because clearly I'm cutting through there. Let's see what I've done wrong. Y minus y1, because it's a -1, so it becomes positive, equals -2, because that's my gradient, -2. For every 2 I go across, for every 1 I go across, I go 2 down. Or every 12, for every 6 I go across, I'll go down 12, which is what's happened, so it is -2. -2, it's not a negative, it's not a plus, that's just a negative. Okay, let me fix that up. Okay. this here changes everything from here on. Okay, quick fix. Same size, not too big. Okay, fixing up that mistake. So this should be a minus. Okay, it's minus positive 5. So that's what we've got there. So now it becomes minus 2 as well. So this becomes negative 2x plus 10. And so then therefore we'll bring this, subtract 1 from both sides. Negative 2x plus 9. 10 minus 1 is 9. So that is our equation. So they will either give us a y-intercept and a point, in which case we identify our y-intercept straight away, and we can put it in this form. So in this case, y-intercept was 4, c is going to be 4, m is rise over run, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, rise over run. We might be able to see it here. Rise, we've gone up 2, we've gone across 2, so it ends up being 1. If they give us 2 points, that may be on a graph, it may just be sets of coordinates. We use this formula, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Use this, get to know this, because this refers directly to coordinates. Using this doesn't. This will come in handy. You're going to use this over and over and over again. So then we substitute our values. So we find our gradient, same as we do before, rise over run. Put that in. Then we choose our xy, our y coordinate and our x coordinate. We could have done these two, it wouldn't matter, but we call it y1, so we'll use y1. We call it x1, so we use x1. So then from there, we substitute all the values in, expand, transpose, and we've got our answer y equals form mx plus c. So that's how we find the equation from a graph or a set of coordinates.